Live. Let me get it over here to my stream manager because stream manager likes to be a bitch sometimes. I'm streaming, you dumb thing. There we go. And then let's get the things out and then we will begin. And there's the last one. Alright, let's continue our adventure. Okay, okay, good. Actually, give me that. Yeah, that will help me out a lot. Alright, that's now done. Oh,
Paradise! Do not be afraid of any plague. With one drop, a drop, dears, fresh from the finest distilleries in Thirdmore. The only
yeah, no thanks. Right. We are going to talk to our companions about what just happened. Actually, before we do that, let's at least interact with the embassy. Wait, didn't I? Like, oh wait, no. Yeah, no, we need to
Tell me you
talk.
brought good news. Oh, Envoy, you return. And you brought a friend. Ambassador Heelguard, at your service.
Always nice to meet an Adiran who isn't trying to goad me into a fight.
What of these rebels? The streets are full of rumors, but your word is the only one I trust.
Like, I've played this before. I know this gets me like, literally like, wait, you did what? Why the fuck did you do that? So like, yeah, lying is probably the better thing in the eyes of the ambassador as such. Afraid the assassin got away from us.
What? How could you let this happen?
You're the one who let them kill me in the first place.
Envoy, you are the ranking Imperial agent here, and you alone. We needed to answer this challenge with blood. Don't you see what this will do to our credibility? Thanks to you, these rebels will continue to undermine our work in the Living Lands without resistance or fear. Worse still, now
that is-
everyone knows
it's a
our
thing no
flanks
matter what.
exposed.
Okay.
Oh my gods, Ludwig is going to eat us alive.
I know, come on, what the world's gonna be happen? Yeah, no. Hmm. Stop fretting about the Inquisitor
If
already.
you knew how she punishes failure, you wouldn't be so quick to dismiss her. There's nothing to be done. All we can do is brace for the inevitable, though it may damn us in the end.
Don't forget why I'm here. The Dream Scourge.
Oh, yes, that. I'm sending you to Fior Messi Verno, a community of Valian expatriates deep in Emerald Stair.
I don't... Yep. Fura Mess Inverno is a city of the Emerald Stair. Founded by Valian expatriates 50 years ago, the city prides itself on being an intellectual haven where free thinkers and animators can research in peace. Emerald Stair is a region on the western coast of the Living Lands, once a treacherous wilderness. Settlers from the Valian Republics transformed Emerald Stair to a lush farming community. The city of Fiormessinvirno is one of the few places in Europe where animators could research the soul in peace. In Valia, the Valian Republic is a former colony of the old Valian and Eastern Reach, have since been claimed independent and blossomed into collective and wealthy city-states. They ruled by the Sangrita Duclair, a legislative body of dukes representing their territories, which, actually now think of it, I think I've read that already, but, well, read this before, but that's alright.
The Animancers may have some knowledge of the Dream Scourge already. Learn whatever you can from them.
Can't say I'm too familiar with animacy. What do I need to
Nor
know?
should you be. Animancers draw power from the spirit world. Their dark research can twist, break, even corrupt the very soul. The Empire has no tolerance for Animancers, and with good reason. Their work is dangerous, heretical.
Not surprise you. People you think are heretical.
Well, you know what they say about the enemy of my enemy? Animancers may be an unpredictable sort, but they are scholars and keenly aware of their environment. Make no mistake, the Empire's at war with the Dream Scourge, and we need allies on our side.
Well, understood then.
If you have any further questions before I dispatch you to Emerald Stair, now would be the time.
What is Fura Messinverno fit with this Dream Scourge?
My sources tell me the Dream Scourge is a plague of the soul, and souls are their trade. If we have anything in common with Animancers, it's a shared interest in curing the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect me to find there?
Answers. Nothing more. We need all the help we can get, even if it means appealing to Animancers. I believe that covers everything. Governor Vidaro will be your first point of contact. I'm told he's barely keeping the community in order. Seek him out if you need direction. Good hunting, Envoy.
Why, hello, Inquisitor. Running eyes, that's fun.
Hilgard. Why is it that whenever I hear your name, it's because you've disgraced the Empire?
No, strangling light. Keep her away.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Inquisitor Ludwig, so kind of you to join us.
While you brood over the Dream Scourge, this island is coming apart at the seams.
Stay your wrath. Allow me to present the Adiran envoy, dispatched by the Emperor himself, to aid us in our time of need.
Inquisitor Ludwig. Your reputation precedes you.
As does yours. Let me deal with him, and I will get back to you shortly. I can't believe you troubled the Emperor to send an envoy. Haven't you done enough to flaunt your incompetence?
Under the circumstances, I thought it might be...
Silence! You busy yourself with the Dream Scourge. A mere fever and chills, leaving the real work to me.
I experienced the horrors of the Dream Scourge firsthand. We must stop it before it spreads.
Even if that were to happen, the living will replace the dead. We will ship them in by the hundreds to fill the empty houses.
Oh, gods, Ludwig.
I have scoured this island and faced the truths from which you cower. The Living Lands is on the brink of total collapse, and you have ignored the discontent in your own city. Now, the Envoy's killer roams free, unpunished, spreading word of our ineptitude.
The blame is mine, and mine alone.
He's got more backbone than I would have thought.
We should be better than this. Leading by example. This island has seen nothing but us at our weakest. What say you?
Maybe these problems exist because the Living Lands doesn't want us here.
What these people want is irrelevant when we can give them what they need to survive.
If you're done eviscerating me, you'll be interested to learn I'm sending the envoy to the Animancers of Emerald Stair.
You are ridiculous. Emerald Stair is under assault by the very wilderness it claims to have conquered. The Animancers cling to pride and tradition even as they dig their own graves.
And Animancy could help us fight the Dream Scourge.
Wielded in the wrong hands, it could also destroy everything we've built here. Clearly, I've wasted my time with you, Ambassador. From now on, I will break the frontier on my own terms. You are free to disagree with my methods, but you cannot stop me. As for you, Envoy, farewell.
Oh, that's lovely.
She is going to be a problem.
You didn't have to take blame for me. I appreciate it, though.
Oh, that was nothing. Ludwig already despises me. You deserve a sporting chance to avoid her wrath. Put her out of your mind. The Dream Scourge is more than enough for us to chew on, at least for now. Oh, before I forget, Liviana gave you a clean bill of health. You're cleared to leave for Emerald Stair. Fair warning, Animancers and Adirans don't mix well. Their kind can be a tad, unhinged.
I'll try not to make any new enemies.
Easier said than done these days.
They're a fun bunch. Crazy, but fun.
Wonderful. Now I have to keep a tight grip on my soul on top of everything else.
Should you cross paths with Ludwig, well, try not to. I have no idea what's gotten into her. Safe travels. I'm told Emerald Stairs beautiful this time of year.
We can head to the Eastern Gatehouse when you're ready to go to Fjord.
Alrighty, we got... I think we've done all the quests in... Yeah, I believe we've done all the quests in Paradise. Got the instrument, we've done the bounties. Fast travel beacons, I don't know where... Like, I know one's right here. I just don't know where the last one's at. But I don't care because we won't be coming back here for who knows how long. We'll be getting straw in the straw that the Strangle Audra is up here, so we'll be grabbing that as well. Actually, now think of it. Anyways, to the camp.
By the way, I never met that Orlin girl before in my life.
What Orlin girl?
You remember.
Okay, crap.
The one in the camp in Shadow Peaks, with the thing on her head.
Oh, yeah. Nice eyes, chipped tooth. Thinking about her again, huh?
You thought we had a past or something. But I'd never seen her before in my life.
We could see her again if you want. I think she liked you.
Well, anyway, just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, a good talk.
Some women like the brooding, mysterious types. You just gotta work on your small talk.
Okay.
Not everyone warrants an assassination attempt, you know. You should be flattered.
Yeah, someone who's been on the other end of poison arrow. I am.
I'd say he can learn a thing or two from you. But I think you had him at a loss when you let him go. Me too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong, I'm impressed. Not many in your position would have let him walk away.
Do you think I made a
I
mistake?
think the Living Lands has a way of wringing the tenderness out of those who survive it. Even though most of us come here looking for a second chance, it's rare that we offer one. Why'd you do it?
Mercy. I try to not shed blood unless I absolutely have to.
That's admirable. I'm afraid we haven't seen the last of this conflict, though. Eagwolf isn't the only hothead in the Living Lands, and he's certainly not the only one with his hackles up about all you Adira newcomers. And Ludwig and the Steel Garrote are only making matters worse.
Inquisitor's approach seems a bit too excessive.
You're far from the only one to say so. Your ambassador and the rest of the Adiran forces have been dragging the frontier, kicking and screaming towards order and civilization. All the things that half of us moved here to escape. Then, one day, Ludwig and the Steel Garrote show up to reinforce the Adiran presence, and they're as harsh as Wodaka herself.
I always find them to be too zealous for my liking.
Mine too. I understand discipline, but you've got to know when to give. Judging from that meeting, Ambassador Hilgard and Ludwig don't see eye to eye. I'm afraid that means trouble on the horizon, especially if Ludwig starts operating around him.
And this worries me too.
Nice to know I'm in good company.
Anything on your mind then? Wait. Well, is there something on your mind about
Just
this?
thinking about Claviger Amon. I let him down. I've let a few people down over the years. But I did promise someone once that I'd do my part to look after all of us riffraff who've made a home here. My best chance of doing that is helping you investigate this plague and keep a lid on tensions. And, hopefully, fend off any future assassination attempts.
Well, I'm glad I'm in good company as well.
Feelings mutual. It's nice to share a campfire again. I think that's enough doom and gloom for one night, don't you? Sleep easy, Envoy. Especially...
Well, that's all. Good night, Kai.
Enjoy the ocean breeze while we're here.
It's not every day you get to deal with the person who killed you. And since you set them free, you get to deal with them again sometime in the future.
Killing for revenge is not how I do.
That's interesting. Good to know you're the forgiving sort. Anyway, it doesn't matter what I think. You found the assassin, and you're still alive, which means well done, Marius. Now you're looking towards Emerald Stair. Whole other kind of deadly out there.
Borderlands, Forest. I assume there's more than just that out there.
Forests, sure, but wild. The people of Fior Messiverno tamed what they could and give a safe birth to the rest. But past that is the strange stuff. Ruins, spirits, and other things that you should steer clear of.
Well, are you thinking of coming along with us?
Considered it, sure. I wouldn't be much of a guide if I dropped you off at the edge of Dawnshore and said, good luck.
Well, to have you along then, Marius.
Good to be here. We've got a bit of a walk ahead of us. You might want to get some rest. Anyway.
Alrighty, well, I think that's enough for now. Let's get some rest.
You too.
Haze, mirrors, we have touched something like your dreams before.
I feel like home somehow. Why do you appear when I sleep?
The leaf remembers the stem. We have questions. We must know. A killer freed. A predator returned to the woods. You bled and forgave. Why? Should he not suffer for your pain?
cycle of bloodshed.
Compassion for the snake. He killed our beloved. Our weeds tangled. This is not our way. A dam broke. We wept in the dark when your soul slipped away. We feared for you, felt your agony. We could not forgive.
Enough. Just let it go.
Petals disperse on the wind. Wake now. We have tending to do.
That was interesting. Now let's get to the Strangleaga.
Look natural.
That poor guy.
Coming in hot. Stand back.
What kind of creature had those bones? Because what creature was that? I don't want a face. No thanks. That's too big, even for me.
Here it comes.
Wait. Oh, I missed the button now. I think. I might be wrong on that. No, okay, no, I am wrong. I didn't get the button. Oh, you still want to talk with me, Mario. Okay, I did not know that. Well, we will definitely talk whenever we go into camp again.
Aye, aye.
I did not want to use my frost grenade. I want to use my normal fucking grenade.
Ready, aim.
Something happened here. Birth. Voices. Arms building a wall. The ruins sleep in the field now. The only proof they lived. How do we leave our mark upon the river of memory?
We lead by example. Remember for our principles.
Planting seeds. The body dies, but ideals persist. Your clarity of vision soothes us.
Just like the strangle road. Envoy, you gotta tell me your secret.
I
The
wish I
envoy
can.
blacked out. Now the Atra has flowers on it. Does that about sum it up?
Marius used Nilo. Oh,
Envoy.
can I help
On
you?
the contrary, Paradis believes it can help you.
I didn't hear you coming. Parodies must have sent their best.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We have learned you are not a figure to be trifled with. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time. We trust you will remember our gratitude.
Inventory. Fellow traveler, let it be known that a daring envoy has proven a friend of the Parodies' resistance. Grant this garlic the safe passage in liberty that we afford our most trusted compatriots and allies. Yegulf. We'll actually go down there. Yep. Here we go. This should be easy, actually. On the map. There's a little
So
trader
far from
here.
the city. Piss off the captain or something?
Oh, hush. You're acting like we got sent to Shatterscarp from Gallowayne's tusks.
Might as well be. I mean, is it so much to want to sleep in a decent bed with a proper meal in my belly?
Ah, with people like you in our ranks, it's no wonder the Adirans are gaining so much ground.
Hail, friend. Always nice to see a fellow traveler out here. Where are you headed?
I'm going to fear Miss Inverno.
Truly? Then we're heading the same way. Though Emerald Stair is not my ultimate goal. One of my ancestors apparently grew up in Solace Keep, deep in the Living Lands. I hope to find this place.
Why aren't you having Solace Keep?
It's my ancestral home. Sure, I may have grown up in Stalwart, but I'm Pagroon through and through, just like the dwarves here in the Living Lands.
Pagoon, or a sculpture of Aptato mountain dwarves. I know I'm butchering that name, I'm sorry. Noble king explorers and faithful defenders of the traditions they settled in the Living Lands centuries ago, forging a new home in the region of Gallowin's Tusk.
If your ancestors left Solace, it isn't your ancestral home anymore.
Some things never change. Whether I'm here or back in Stalwart, it's always the Pagrunen that make me question this journey.
How do you learn about Solace
Fair
Keep?
question. Not something you'd expect someone all the way in the White March to hear about, hmm? After my grandmother was taken by the Usher, I found her mother's writings, centuries old. They talked about a home her family left when she was just a child, and from that moment, I knew I had to return.
Alrighty, well, let's see what you got for sale. I'm taking your lockpicks. Alrighty. Anything else around here? Yep, just death. That's all. I like the fact that it's shooting at somebody in the deer in clothing. Right, so Onward!
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure?
Business. I'm looking into the Dream Scourge.
Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwig barged past me. She was looking none too pleased.
I'll watch out for her. Thanks for the
Don't
warning.
thank me. In fact, keep my name away from Ludwig's ears. Better if she doesn't know I exist. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwig's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
As long as she's not on our scent. Given how angry she was about Eagwolf, probably best we give her a wide berth.
You're cleared to pass, Envoy.
Thank you, Edda.
Can't say I'm sad to be leaving Paradise. I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in. And now we have to worry about whether the man who killed you is going to try again.
I didn't come here to play executioner.
Believe me, that's a relief. Besides, the Steel Garrote's all too eager to take up that mantle.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Adiran soldiers.
They were Mace Tutton and Dia. Don't confuse those fanatics with us.
Oh, I hear you. Unfortunately, if you're marching shoulder to shoulder, some of their stink is bound to rub off on you.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the Vrikas.
Rikas. A lumber phrase used in the Living Lands to describe a feeling of unease or unease in unknown situation. Rikas.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift.
It's hard to believe she's supposed to be working with him.
And that's gonna mean trouble for everyone around them before long.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm?
Do they like to have fluid? Well, they like to discuss in poems and have really deep philosophical discussions.
So they do mean us harm.
Funny. Keep joking when the envoy starts sprouting mushrooms and attacking everyone.
Easy, Marius. Whatever this is, I don't think she has the Dream Scourge.
Well, you can't fault me for being thorough.
We're headed to Fior Messi Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Well, no one really understands soul like they do. They know something. We should hear them out.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to Paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fior is, an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches. All surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
and they managed to survive in the wilderness.
They're an eccentric bunch. You'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
You don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops.
Nice. When dreams disappears, possible connection. Wait. Yeah. Hopefully they've been able to learn something about this dream scourge.
We'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway...
Well, if we are in the area, I'll go and see if we can... Fuck. Well, if we're in the area, then we'll be going to that cabin.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delimgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines.
Oh, so many. Oh! Wait, no. So many words. Delmagon are apparently being bound to ancient trees while consent to leaving most of it alone. And they have been known to lash out at settlers encroaching on their territory or anyone trying to perceive to be a threat to nature. I know enough not to wander blind to Delmagon again.
I'd hope so. I think that goes without saying.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
Well, let's get started.
I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest.
I always like
we'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
I like is there is no rule the wiggle room on the singing.
Envoy? Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go.
Force are thick here, but between the 2 of us, we can handle it.
They're not just thick. They're nigh impenetrable. And there's a distinct feeling that they want you dead. Nothing we can't get through, but you'll be glad you brought me along.
I never regret bringing you along.
Well, I do have some experience with Emerald Stair. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost.
Well, I am thankful for your expertise.
Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject?
That's enough.
If I must. Envoy? Right, changing the sub.
Okay, that's
Not
all.
before I've done some reading.
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling?
What do you know about animancy?
Not a whole lot, and I've been happy keeping it that way. Playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places they shouldn't be. Oh, it makes me queasy. Though, if we're going to understand the Dream Scourge and your godlike lineage, I suppose we'll have to get comfortable with it. Still, I'm happy to leave those pursuits to other people.
Exactly. Other people. People who are a safe distance away.
I never really understood the opposition Animancy allows us to understand ourselves and the world from what I know.
True, but at what cost? There's a reason Animancy's failures are more famous than its successes. For every maniac it's cured, it's created dozens of corpses, or worse. I've just always felt more comfortable with things I can see and grasp for myself.
I see. Well, with how you explain it, I'm along with the boat.
Don't get me wrong, most Animancers are nice enough people. But even nice people get strange ideas from time to time.
I see. Well, I think that's enough.
I'll be here if you need me.
What can we upgrade? Nothing seems, so...
You feeling okay? Seems like you were having a strange dream the other night. A cup of tea might help you sleep. Unless you need a nip of something stronger.
Onward to Firmizivano. Sorry about that. I was just doing something real quick. Alrighty.
Oh, would you be a dear and help the Scorpions, please?
Looks like she could stand. Let's give her a hand.
Look right. Time.
I thought I was close enough to trigger the oh
Don't
well.
get too hungry. Smaller on the way. Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you?
You just like literally say, Kimal, can this my Leo ladder? I have one too, but at the time I don't because this would be a loose pick, but at the same time, like I'm trying to stay in a certain character. But then again, I could just say, fucking go for the funny. Fuck it, we're going for the funny.
No ladders, Envoy. Wouldn't fit in the packs.
You're welcome to my shoulders.
Shoot. That vase is far too high for me, and a ladder would have been perfect. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned.
Are you flirting with me?
If you keep encouraging her, she's going to climb you.
Watch out, Envoy. She seems to have a thing for you.
Careful, darling. I already have a lover. A good one. Skilled with his hands. He always carries a ladder. But, sadly, he's busy helping the Animancers in Fjord. And I need this vase now.
I think your vase is probably too high up for most ladders.
That doesn't excuse your lack of a ladder, dearie. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 vases that don't require going into some ancient ruins, but no one listens to me.
Yeah.
Right behind you.
Crack the thing open and... Ah, yes. We're now starting to get the good loot that we actually need to progress our upgrades.
Here they come. Oh no, don't! What's up, Envoy?
Hold on. Yep, that helps out, I guess. Where's my grog? Springberry actually do it. Oh, we need to start making our one food again.
They built Fior out of a place like this. Impressive.
It is very much indeed very impressive and very nice to look at. Why is my lip pain? Ah. Governor Vidaro ordered us to halt excavation. Emerald Star is going through changes. It's unstable in more ways than one. While I understand his concerns, these ruins have been here for a long time. I don't think they're going anywhere. I wish I could say the same for us. I feel like the land doesn't want us here. And I can't argue with the land. I didn't do it. Accidentally tapped face, burst into shatters to a million pieces of me. I didn't do it. Come on, get the fuck up there.
You are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
Oh shit, I'm sorry, Yahtzee.
Andras titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the face down, but alas. Thankfully you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you.
It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
If you say so, darling. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, Godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Notice from the governor. Travelers to Emerald Star proceed at your own risk. Unprecedented environment changes have weakened our infrastructure, open treacherous sinkholes, and angered the flora and fauna. Unless you have critical business with your Miss Invano, I suggest you turn back until the situation normalizes. Which should be any day now. Governor Ixnay Vidaro, somebody has to go at the bottom. This is the new normal.
Quiet as the devil.
Good job. Take the best shot. Come and get me.
Everybody all right? Never seen Emerald stare like this. It's usually so nice.
Watch yourself. Is that all you got? Good fighting.
Why is...
As if people weren't hungry enough.
I keep making many decisions that make them like, really?
A godlike in Emerald's Den. Well, well, maybe our luck's improving. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
I'm sorry, who?
Beatrice. You know, the one with her viscera on display? As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
Let me get this straight. You're using undead for labor.
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
It's your revenant.
I've had my hands in her all day. What I need is a fresh perspective. If Beatrice ate something that disagreed with her, the least I can do is keep it from spreading to the rest of the flock.
Make sure you wash your hands after this.
Huh. It's like cleaning a deer carcass. If it was rotting and smelled like Kai after his morning run.
Alright, fine. Oh, what's this?
I saw you reach into Beatrice. Find anything interesting?
Whatever this is.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
So, what's with all this equipment?
We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields, and that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see, we've been dealing with some irregularities.
Do you think it could be the Dream Scourge?
Giata thinks so, and I trust Giata. Traditional farms depend on water, sunlight, and the mercy of insects. What you see here is no different. Animancy can change the world, but it's an uphill climb. People don't trust what they don't understand.
Ooh, excuse me. Alright, we'll talk later.
Come back soon.
Seven in the past week. How am I supposed to live like this? Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer.
Ah, Ado, a Villian greeting. Oh, I'm sorry, I am not.
Matiko.
Matiko.
I mean, forgive me. It has been a trying week.
A Villian expletive or a curse? Matiko. I like the
If
words.
I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
I absolutely love the words that the Valians, like everybody used as a unique language to the game. I just absolutely fucking adore. And one day I wish to incorporate this into some of my own language, like Lastit Nimdut or Machinado. But still, they can't be
I
that
don't
bad,
know.
can
They
they?
just disappear. I wish they would at least come back. Soon I won't have any left.
I still see a problem for Ilya, not me.
Absolutely not. Her best student coming back to grovel? She'd laugh in my face.
Come on, is this feud worth losing? Oh wait. Nah. Well, be honest. What do you do to defend her?
She wouldn't push her research far enough. She wasn't willing to take risks.
Whatever you all are doing, it's clearly working wonders so far.
And how's that risk-taking working out for you?
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went. I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
Control the undead. Now this I have to know more.
I was hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants. I'd look myself, but I don't trust the few subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
Sure.
You there! You look like you know where you're going.
Can you tell me the way to Fjord's market?
Sorry. I'm just as lost as you are.
Oh, just arrived, did you? Looks like we're both a bit lost. Oh no. I don't believe it. This is the market, isn't it?
Just be careful. She might have been hit by the Dream Scourge.
Oh, so even if they had food, no one would want to eat it. Great. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line.
Yes, the dark south of the city I've seen. Might find other traders there.
That's not a bad idea. I'll still have to face my boss, but maybe this'll buy me time. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
Anytime.
You're the first godlike to come through in... well, I can't remember how long. I hope that's a good sign.
Please don't put me with your superstitions.
Some of us just like to know there's order to be found in all the chaos. If the gods don't bless us with a harvest soon, this market will be empty come winter.
You can probably... No, probably can't. If that happened, I need to consult with the Animancer.
Really? You know the gods don't exactly favor animancy.
And that hasn't stopped anyone here yet.
Some say the old gods aren't here. Or maybe they just don't care for the living lands. If you need an animancer, you'll have to clear it with the governor. He lives in the big manor on the far side of town. Let me know if anything strikes your fancy. We don't have much, but the harvest hasn't bled us dry yet.
Oh, let me see what you have. Ooh. I'm taking the Achille leaf so I can upgrade stuff. Yes, please. In a tower. Scan fresh peel? Oh, hollow fields worship. Damp hollow, high, urban survey. Old ruined and hidden and ruined beneath long gone. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ah, shite.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
I know what I said, but we only have so much to go around.
Are the Animancers starving as well, Or are they sipping tea?
Take it up with the governor. I don't make the rules. Go home. Lay traps in the woods and pray for game. I can't help you. Godlike.
Okay, that sucks.
Gods, what do I tell Sovia? What do I tell the children? It's not bad enough that their mother a little earlier and you'd have beaten the other bandits to my crops. But I guess that's on you, isn't it?
Why don't tell me what you lost instead of assaulting me?
I left the whole pile right here. Enough food, good food, safe food, to get us through the next few months. I went inside just for a moment. The bandits took everything. This was probably her last harvest. There's not a damn thing left to eat.
What do they look like?
Like thieves. They're not from around here, I know that. They had a few elves among them. I've got no problem with elves, but they looked rough. Like they weren't civilized. You know, bandits.
Is there anything else wrong with the farm?
What? No. We're fine. No smuggling, no dream scourge. What are you implying?
That's pretty specific denial.
Now you're not making sense. If you want something, out with it.
If I can help, I'd like to.
Ah, not you two. Gods. Eh, what do I have to lose? My wife, she's sick. Not a dream troll. Just sick. We've known for a while now. But treatment is expensive. There's not enough to go around. I thought if she could eat well for whatever time she had left, she'd be more comfortable. And now, it's gone. There. Are you happy?
course not. No, but no, you should have said so in the first place.
Why? I don't know you. You could have been... I don't know. Fjord's full of rotten eggs these days. When they ran away, I saw them following the river north. They're probably hiding up there, waiting to steal from someone else. You come back with my crops, and I'll give you whatever I can. You can't put a price on survival.
Well, that's true. I can't. Right. Oh, I thought you go down in Florida.
Go away. There's nothing here.
Okay, Mr. Fucky Pants.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Right behind you.
That was not a headshot.
Another glorious battle. Another down.
You're pressing E instead of F. Oh, there we are. I just need to get up there. Yeah, no, we got. I want some of this.
This place could use a broom or two. Maybe a team of carpenters.
I don't know who or what you are, and frankly, it doesn't matter. Stay out of trouble, and there won't be any problems.
I just figured that would be a good place to get a lay of the land.
Maybe you're not as dense as you look. So, what do you want?
I was hoping someone to tell me about more about this
Well, you
area.
found someone. This is what remains of Fjord's mercantile district. Obviously, it has seen better days.
Yep, sympathies. The living land has taken much.
Ha! You're telling me. 40 years ago, this place was a bustling harbor, shipping food to Thirdborn, Paradis, and the occasional smaller settlement. I would know. I was still right here, at this very post.
That old should be. That should be long here or something.
Dwarves live longer, so 40 years isn't that long to us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some ruins to watch over.
Yeah.
A new face! Welcome, welcome! There may not be much left, but feel free to take a look.
Okay, sorry, fuck. I don't know why, but I'm being hit by a sleep spell right now. I need to do my best to resist it. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to end the stream, I'm just going to set this down. And I'm going to get out of the chair to do a few things, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll, yeah, I'll be right back. I just gotta get myself to wake up more. Alrighty, I am back, and I have food. Food, I have my gamer subs. I am more awake. Ah. Okay, for one, give me all of that. We don't, right. What else is around here?
It's fair. I didn't do anything wrong. You're probably using me as an example. Pick on a new kid, you know? I'll be back out there in no time. You watch.
This is the way up there. Oh, yep, here's the farmer's market. There's the, not so great person. By the Omnissiah mouse fucking work. God bloody fucking cunt. Ah. Like, I love my mouse, but at the same time I hate it. The Burn Lady. That looks cool.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giata's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Unfortunate. Giata?
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational. She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giata's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
Maybe she could help me. I'm looking to consult with an animator.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
Same.
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fjord. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Perhaps. I suppose the Valians don't like it doing their own business.
If their experiments are affecting Adiran interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests.
What are you talking
We
about?
all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Yeah,
Does
no.
subtle means something different outside of Solace?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like where this is going. Also, plan.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Anika. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy. So, the Trentons. bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there. Be careful with old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Fun!
Ah, those Delamgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Another one of Zazas or whatever. Sazaz people. Alrighty, we got our bounties. It's pretty good, but it's a little bit bland, but that's because the person who made it didn't add any sour cream to it. Because sour cream would go a long way with this. But they still did a pretty good job. Fun. Delicious. Ooh, excuse me. Right, let's go and look around the shop before we hit the main quest.
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or Barrett's bells, perhaps? Welcome to Poria and Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
The finest legitimate apothecary. How's your
5
business?
summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets. Add rumors of Dreamscourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
Ignore them. Your customers will return eventually.
I'm not so sure. Fjord isn't what it used to be. Everyone's looking for cheap solutions to difficult problems. At least I don't have to convince you.
Well, I do need supplies. What do you have on here? I would buy more of the Hellion Talon, but I need to. I probably don't even have enough money to buy any of the like the high-end stuff like this stuff.
All ingredients are fully stocked.
Thank you.
Would you care? If you're looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you. This establishment is a haven for animancers, so I try to keep it free of stress. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
must seen a lot of animators around here then.
Their anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Not like you're running a public. Speaking of which, I could actually go for a cup of tea.
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
No tea in the tea house.
The fields have been unproductive of late, and what grows has not risen to our standard. I am hopeful that this is a temporary setback and not a sign of things to come.
Okay, then let's go to the gifted magpie.
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse. One day, a magpie landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
What did they say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
What happened to the magpie?
Who knows? Either it flew away on bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with. A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
Well, think the story. Let's see what you have for sale. Interesting. I know where this one's at, unfortunately. Like, I know where most of these maps go to because I've played through this a decent bit. I'll take some of those nuts. Alrighty.
Come one, come all. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence. A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Well, I'm godlike, so I got some divine heritage.
Wrong.
Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
Run that by me again?
My invention can increase the potential of your soul by getting rid of all the clutter, all those past lives dragging you down. So what do you say?
No, pass, but thanks anyway.
Ah, then it was not meant to be. Perhaps we'll meet in our next life.
Perhaps.
That would have been an excellent time for a nap. And you ruined it.
Shut up, Marius.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh.
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
But before I interact with that, I should have went that way, come around.
Ado, welcome to my finest camp. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
You makes us have much use for weapons and armor.
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fjord are animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the rangers to outfit.
Nay. Nay. Just no.
Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
So you're not an animancer?
Officially no, but I have been known to dabble with essence infusion here and there. I have one such item for sale, actually. A beautiful mace made of star metal, crafted by the finest smiths of Solace Keep and enchanted by yours truly. It is a wonder to behold. Care to see?
Okay, what I got? Oh, okay. Loads. Okay, so I can actually afford any of these. Except for these. These are way out of my price range. But making it up to them will be good. Yeah, I really need to upgrade my shite.
Welcome to my finest establishment, I mean.
I had one job. One job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Where's the rest of your squad? Should you be out on patrol?
I'd like to be. They're out searching. Someone had to hold down the fort. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
In the town, I could be at your service.
Brasilia.
Yeah.
Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Get to know each other?
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
I'm only just born to you one day.
Malena's father and I were comrades in arms years ago. When she enlisted, I swore I'd try to keep her safe. That was all. I couldn't even do that.
Oh, there. Little game duly tracked. Should be that hard to find.
God's sakes. They're not deer. They're just a pair of lovesick fools. The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
See, Kai has a good point. Give it a little bit, they will just go and find them. Alrighty, main quest time.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Sorry to interrupt. I'm also looking through the Dream Scourge.
In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
I could go flirty, but no. Private discussion. I could hear you all the way from the front of the gates.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
I've seen corruption in nature, but never this advanced.
There may still be time to reverse the damage.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Well, it is ignored to the dying. It is difficult to ignore dying farms once they start starving.
As usual, Giata never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
We should slowly say, what's the worst that could happen? The very cursed words you should never fucking say.
Are you going to tell her about your family's basement?
Oh no! I actually clicked it!
Dare you use that against me?
I did not mean to
it
click
was
it.
an accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
I wanted to do something else, but I actually did that. Oh well. If we were together, we wouldn't stand. I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
Ignacio Vedero is the governor of Firmis in Vero, a city of Emerald. Oh wait. Pierre Quincy is the ambassador from the Valian Republic and one of the original founders of Firmis in Vero. Having retreated from politics and research, he has taken a new role as mentor and surrogate father to Giatta Castel. Giatta, are you okay?
It's a bit too soon to tell.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Another mouthful feed. Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Myers, why are you so aggressive in a way? He's not really aggressive, he's just like being an ass, it seems. But, I honestly don't, I don't know. Anyways, let's continue on. I am here now.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Going with violence.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giatta, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Ooh, excuse me. You stuck to your principles. That's what matters.
I wish I could take credit for Giatta's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
Don't like you have a vendetta against it. I do you wait, no. How so?
I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Well, I'm looking forward to working with you.
Likewise. They should be educational for us both. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
I'll be right back. I gotta put my plate away of my food. Alrighty, I am back. Let's continue. Okay, first order of business, seems so, but I'm curious about you. I'm gonna go like that. You think there might be a connection?
Wouldn't that be a coincidence? I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Oh, you're right.
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno. Forever.
Take all the time you need to think it over.
As much as I would love that, we're already out of time. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Maybe I have better luck.
I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Sounds like an ecstatic bunch of animancers.
No one ever achieved the impossible without being a little unhinged. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Out to the pub.
Godlike,
We're
Imperial
already-
envoy, research assistant.
Really?
Who knew?
Huh. And when did that happen?
Can't say as I remember.
You, my friend, need some water.
Yeah, they're way too drunk. Anyways. Knock, 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 knock. Here I come.
Founded machine. Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
Place is really modest. It's incredible.
Well, maybe to you, but I was educated in the great laboratories of Spirento, in the halls of experimentation.
Spirento is one of the 5 cities that make up the Valyrian republics, which has included Ancinto, Oziah, Ravenna, and Solena. It is known for its renowned halls of academia where animators learn their art.
But you didn't journey all this way to hear me reminisce about the old country.
Fortunately, you're correct. Actually, why don't you explain a bit about animancy to me?
What a question! If I were to answer in full, we'd be here for several decades. In short, we animancers study essence, soul matter, if you will. Nearly everything has some essence, including you and I. Here in Emerald Stair, we use essence to enhance the crops, power our machines, even animate corpses. That is a preliminary explanation, but one that should serve, I hope.
That answers my question a bit. Though there's probably a lot more to the anime than just that. But I got other things like Jetta has told me that Jetta and I are investigating the Dream Scourge.
Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
That's not good. Just said your machines could help with research.
Yes, her theory of the Dream Scourge, I'm quite familiar. What I need is a stronger power source.
Is there a way we can help?
Perhaps, if you can help me find an appropriate battery of essence. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
An Adragon? Adragons are ancient beings who are spiritually bonded. Who are spiritually bound to an Audra pillar. They defend their home pillars until death against encroaching civilization, explorers, or anyone they perceive as a threat. Died? That's unusual. They can live for centuries.
As you've seen, Envoy, there are many unusual things happening lately. An Ardragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delmgon in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delmgon queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
I'll see what I can do.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
Well,
Actually, that he does remind me. I'm still wearing Kith Weirder. We don't want to be wearing that, as that gives me plus 10 damage from all of the sources. Just
let's go. That Adragon's heart isn't gonna yank itself out.
true.
You ever think, what if I wasn't?
Yeah, I pretty much brought that playfield down by myself.
Yeah.
I really don't think you can deny that everything on the Fjord obviously comes from using animals.
We don't use him.
Ooh, shit. I'm good.
I don't see what's the problem.
If you can't see it, I doubt I can explain it to you.
Tell me another solution that would be half as efficient as that.
They just make me feel uncomfortable.
I'm glad to see revenants working in our fields. I see nothing wrong with it.
What if the body used to be your brother? Your grandfather? You, Adiran, you know what a revenant is, don't you? Your dead friends and family walking around rotting all over your cabbages?
I like the fact, like, we already talked about the dead being worked as farmhands and all that. Ah, shite. I don't really have any part of this. Nor do I want to. It seems like it's more of your problem, not mine. Goodbye.
You should hear yourself. Bleh. No revenants in my field. Bleh.
Yeah. Hey, Ella.
My farmhands are very affectionate. Feel free to pet them if you like.
Better what's your opinion on the Dream Scourge?
Giatta Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
I'm afraid he did.
He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much.
They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo.
So sorry. That's terrible.
Thank you. It helps that he's already dead. Silvo is one of my revenants. My oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put the poor fellow out to pasture. And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has come.
Is there any connection with what happened to Beatrice?
Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned. You never know with these rascals.
Alrighty then. I'll make sure it's quick.
Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Kai. That's a simple Kai to say that. Yeah. Oh, there's just no way up here.
Quiet, Nimdut.
Bleh. I'm poisoned.
Another win, but who's counting?
Emerald Stair has seen better days. With any luck, the turning of the seasons will favor us.
A jealous Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
You're gonna be alright.
I'll be fine. I've lost so many revenants over the years, and I'm always such a wreck afterward. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
I've been to plenty of original lands. None of them had a spirit plague.
Precisely my point. There is something unique at the heart of this. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Gietta would be interested in hearing this now, that's for sure.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
Marius. Hi, Jess.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
Ah, I hate speculation. I want answers.
Did you hear that Giata was sent into exile?
Wonder if she needs a new research partner.
Or maybe a test subject?
We could do both. Anything to work with the great Giata Castel.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
Bring at them within comprehension, like... I'm not that dumb, you bitches. You do realize I can understand you perfectly.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Juto wants me to learn about the Dream Scourge.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal?
That depends on what you want me to do.
We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
I'd like to come back as a godlike again.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
I try to help people when I can.
So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
Hopefully people remember me in ways I've touched their lives.
Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giata wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
I want the two of you to stop back the anime thing forever. But,
The Dream
some
Scourge is
good news.
proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Well, Elia believes the Dream Scourge and Living Lands have a common ancestor.
That wouldn't surprise me. Both are natural occurrences, after all. Terrible, but quite natural.
Most natural things are. Terrible, that is.
One more thing. What do I know about the entity tethered to my soul?
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Saka, vulgar limbo term for shit or stuff. So he's saying, with a little fresh shit, you can follow an ogre back to its lair.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Good, because I'm not over my anatomy to
changed their
you.
minds.
Even after I die.
I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Yeah, don't worry about it, Marius. You're always dozing off. Alrighty, so there's a lot to do here. When I say a lot, I mean a lot. But I do want more to do is I'm actually I am going to continue the main quest. Mostly because I did a bit of a playthrough with just Mars and Kai until like, and then I did all the quests in this area, and then I continued on with the main quest.
And now this. Not one for talking right now. On top of everything else going on, now I can't get this blasted equipment to work.
If you want, I can take a look.
Oh, sure, thanks. I hope you can find something I didn't.
That's something.
Hello, my friend. Still having trouble with this old equipment?
I think we found a problem.
Oh, what happened?
Found stiletto in the machinery.
I can't believe I missed something that obvious. Gods, I must be duller than a wooden sickle. Thank you, my friend. I can fix it from here.
But the thing is odd is that why is there a stiletto here?
Yeah.
Right. Actually, you know what?
Let's make camp. So I can upgrade and do the talking to the folks. And I do want to grab some other quests as well, along with some equipment that is in the area too. Yes, yes, I know, game. Now this is kind of a unique weapon in a way. Like, I have not found any other common steel, any other steel stellator. Like, once I do, I'm not going to break that down because that seems like it's a unique equipment, even though it should. Well, it should be unique, but yet it's not. Uh. Now we need Awaken Audra, which we need a lot of.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like a Balrog.
My training was a lot bigger on stomping than stalking, unfortunately.
Right, and I got cooking lessons in Solace, but you don't see me making beetle mash every night for dinner. The bears out here can hear a snapfly dropping Sokka from across the stair. You don't want to get eaten, you need to walk softly.
I'll remind you of that next time you start playing your flute at camp.
That is different. Bear's natural prey doesn't tend to play flutes.
They might show up to get you to stop.
I've had this flute for years, and I have yet to be killed by a bear.
On second thought, maybe that's what's keeping them away.
I love this camp banter. I always do.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood.
Giada had to make a point, but it was being unreasonable.
No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people, especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
This is why I prefer the wilds to court. Fewer politics.
Agreed.
I'm with you both. And Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
I get it. Letting go is hard. Especially when home doesn't love you back.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side.
I agree, but we can now get some rest.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her.
She's right. They're trying to ignore an obvious threat.
I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject.
That's good enough for now.
Pleasant dreams.
Yep.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you.
Seen unsettled by Ludwin. Do you want to talk about it?
Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her.
Are you sure you don't have a history with her? Can you tell me more? Oh.
We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know.
Did Ludwin hurt you specifically?
A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it.
If it comes to it, I'll deal with her my way.
No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
That was interesting. I always like the little thing the Dream Scourge lets out be. This is Dream Scourge right here. It's like this rainbow-like essence or such.
You take lead. That it?
Yes, I explained all that. They still said no.
Gods, someone has to do something.
I don't know what to do. I just don't think they're gonna stop.
When did the Rangers start taking the Zarib side?
Are these Zarb troubles?
You could say that. We have had some of the finest animantic farming equipment available until Zarops came and destroyed it. I spoke to the Rangers about it, but they say the Zarops aren't acting aggressive or killing anyone, so there isn't much they can do.
That's odd. Why would Zarops attack equipment and not just continue the raid?
I'm sure he sounds aggressive to me.
Exactly.
I tracked them and got as close to their camp as I could. I know they knew I was there, but they just didn't seem to care.
They're up to something, I know it. I just don't know what.
Maybe we can do something about it.
Finally, someone with a little backbone.
The Zarops have made camp in the swamp to the northwest. I'd say be careful, but my guess is they won't attack you unless you give them a reason. Just go check it out and let me know what you find. I'll let the Rangers know once the Zarops are no longer a threat. Gods go with you, my friend.
The Zarb quest.
Zarops and Kith usually attack each other on sight. The Hingan's the exception. If I found a camp of friendly Zarops, maybe I could finally see what they're always dancing about. Remind me not to spook you. Nothing like a win with a good team.
I agree with you, Marius. Not Marius, Kai.
Keep quiet. Right. This place has seen better days.
You're mine now.
Okay, yeah, let's just not help me at all.
Here we go.
Oh, Scheisse. Oh. Okay, yep, we're not using sword and daggers, we're using bows and big weapons. 12th of fun stew. It's no use. I hide the truffles under the floorboard, but the boars still come for them. Damn things must be able to smell them from miles away. First they up to my entire herb garden. Now this. One of the days I wake up to find they crashed through my door and tore the entire place apart. Probably me too, at this rate. I don't care how much they pay for truffles and spirito, but this isn't worth it. I am heading for the docks tomorrow. I can ply my trade anywhere. Before we go to that, I'm going to go around this. Oh, camp right outside of the ranger camp. That's fun. Well, no matter what, it's gonna be always better than this because of the two things. Survivor means more health, and plus the minus 10% incoming damage for those. It's always a good thing. As we point using that, let's grab the agent heart now.
Quiet, Nimdude.
Hi, Bear.
I forgot how fast I can now run because of this. It's actually fucking fast. I love it. Just the speed boost is just mwah. Ah, there it is. I can hear the sound these things make, I just couldn't find where it was at.
You don't think the Claviger died alone in the strangle route?
Why? Don't you?
And the ambassador just found him? He just happened to be dead?
I hadn't thought about it. But now that you bring it up.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut into.
Envoy! Hello!
Are you sure it's her?
How many other godlike have come through lately? What can we do for you?
I'm sorry, but I just couldn't help but overhear what you're saying.
It's a scandal.
It's terrible.
You went in to save the Claviger, didn't you? What did you see?
Well, I fought a bear overtaken by this dream scourge.
That's terrible. Thank the gods you survived.
They say your ambassador was standing right by the body. Is that true?
The ambassador was as lost as I was.
So, it didn't seem suspicious to you?
Then you were killed too, though. Oh, that can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, this is not too far-fetched.
It's all a plot. I'm sure of it.
Thanks for stopping by. She'll be chewing on all that for days.
Well, that's just lovely. So, for one thing, we're not going to try our, we're going to try our best not to kill any of the tree folk that we were told, like, hey, maybe can speak to this one plant creature, and hopefully you didn't kill any of the ones that like it. Dilmagog, that's them. We're going to try our best not to kill a Dilmagog.
Envoy, over here. Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming. The name's Kimal. Pleasure to meet you.
Can't be late for something I've been invited to.
Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man.
Are you a messenger, or are you a spy? What's your mission?
Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait and report back in a few days. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something.
What do you mean?
I've got a bad feeling about this. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous.
Next time we see someone from Stig Road, find out where they're based and report back to me.
All right. I suppose I can do that. Exactly how far do you want me to go with this?
Be smart. You're no good for the Empire if you're dead.
Understood. Until later, envoy.
Until later, my friend.
Unseen, unheard. Got them all.
Good to know. These are enemies. I'll let them loiter.
Let's say the Revenants were hiding in that lake. Could be wrong.
Hello there. Yeah. I thought there was some other things here, but I guess I'm wrong.
Here it comes.
Oh.
There. That's Tama's old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find. The place feels different without him. He left something behind for me. Help me look around. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding?
Looks like a carving of some kind?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Are you okay?
Damn you, Tama. Damn you.
What's wrong?
I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone...
Treasured it?
All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago.
You know he loved you. That's gotta be a good thing.
Would be if he just told me. I never gave him any reason to be coy. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about.
Down. There you go. You opened up in your fear that after really knowing him, he would reject you?
Sometimes I wish you weren't so damn perceptive.
Did you ever tell him how you feel?
Did I tell him? Huh. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands.
That's a no, then.
You're damn right.
And why did you keep quiet?
Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was.
Someone you loved?
A coward who failed him. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me,
Stop. I doubt Tama want you to do this voice to yourself.
I can't ask him now, can I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to take this out on you.
I just wish you were kinder to yourself.
You wouldn't say that if you knew. Never mind. I haven't talked about this in a while, so... Thanks for listening. It means a lot. Especially since you seem to have your head on straight. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.
Right. Well, onward. Ah, this way. Onward. Let's hope we don't meet any of the demagogues. If we do, we're going to be sneaky.
I'll die without help.
Don't mess with that.
Hi, shouty man! Play it rough? We're gonna play it rough. Ah, come on, Marius.
Everyone okay?
Oh, we got high-end stuff here. I'm sure there's another way in this area. Wildwood's Plateau campsite.
Arms up! Here we go! Behind you!
Yeah, we don't want to kill any of them yet.
Trail goes through the ravine and into the glade. Careful where you step. Maybe we don't go inside the ancient creepy tower. Just a thought?
How about we do go to the creepy tower? Doctor Extortionist, mother, if you find this, do not weep for me. I know what they did to you. I know what must be done. I regret nothing. Whatever it costs me, I am prepared. If the quiet slave heals me, none of them will ever hurt you again. That sucks.
Looks like this thing's missing a few pieces. You people probably want to take it back to camp and study it, yeah?
Cha-ching, you are right, Marius. Alright, now the question is, how do we get full without alerting them?
Right behind you.
Pretty well.
Look at that. After you, envoy.
How long is this ability? Oh, I can level up. Oh, I'm level 10. Okay, okay. I now need to find a mace, and I can now start doing stunning blows, but I also want... Oh. Okay. We just headed for the Dilmagon Queen.
Think the Delimgon did all that? Or maybe the land itself?
You may have...
Ah, a welcome visitor.
I have not killed any of your
So
people.
long since one of your kind has walked in this grove.
I've been in Dilmagon Groves before, but not like in the Living Lands.
Strange, as this is your home.
I know my home is Adia, far to the south and across the sea.
Yes, that is the home you know. But why have you come to this place?
I came looking for a dragon heart. A dragon heart. Perhaps you can help me?
A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here.
What happened to them?
Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land.
So you
When we become enemies of the land, it goes against our nature. We had no choice. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it. Take it, and go in peace.
Many thanks.
I can't believe you pulled that off. Now, let's get out of here before she notices my wood pistol grip.
God! Also, I'm taking the dead body stuff. You guys won't mind me, Once is this peaceful. Hey, I let you take that. So because of this, please don't tell me any of these guys out here will attack me, because if they do, that would be worse. Nope, they are peaceful. Queens and mouths. Okay, so yeah, no, I was actually not expecting it to actually be like this. Well, then again, I did make sure I didn't kill any of the Delmagon, which means I'm technically on good terms with them. This is my shit now. I do know, though, there is something up here that I need. Hello, little shummies. Here we go.
That looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
Right, so we didn't have to do that boss fight, which is always nice. Alrighty, so with that. Oh yeah, I still have another one of these to do.
Reports that some of Fjord's rangers have gone missing are over-exaggerated. According to Ranger Squad Leader a Diran dagger found lodged in a local farmer's equipment. Stay aware and stay safe. More acres of farmland rendered infertile by this mysterious blight. Harvest what you can now. If you find yourself in need of food, see Governor Vidaro for help. With the crop shortage, traders from Thirdborn have been seen leaving empty-handed. We don't have enough to supply them. Rumor is there may be a secret Pargrunen effort in Solace Keep to study animancy's effect on crop yields. Zaribs have been stealing and destroying animantic equipment. Safeguard your supplies. If you find yourself in need, Zaribs have been... A Diran dagger reports that some of Fjord's rangers have gone missing.
How'd you really like that? Oh, I forgot about this quest right here.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
responsible for the problems facing Fiora.
Oh, sure. I can't take the blame for all of Fiora's problems, but my negligence has only made things worse. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Problems couldn't possibly be anything to do with the angry spirits.
We cannot take that chance. There are angry spirits, and you know the problems we face. I believe the two are related. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Did you steal this from the town larders?
I did, yes. With things the way they are, there was no other way to get what I need for the ritual. If I didn't think this was important, I wouldn't have taken the food. But this ritual is the key to everything. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Feeding the living should outweigh the need of the dead.
But this does help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the dangers their anger caused. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
Fine, this is far from the craziest thing we've done today. Fuck it, let's just get this over with.
I like your spirit. I feel better about this already. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. Loggers from the old days, they sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
This seems like a waste of really good food.
I understand how it looks, but appeasing the dead is vital, especially in times like these. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
Yeah, no, we're giving this back to the people. They need the
Genuine
food.
healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Genuine healing. I don't think they are. Oh, that's right. Hey, what's up there, Mayor? Mate?
For an Adiran, you're very resourceful, and a more than capable companion for poor Giada.
I assume you have everything you need for that research of yours?
There's only one way to find out. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach. looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood.
I find an authority and figure out what happened.
All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum.
The season.
Chrysalis.
Transformation.
A spark ignites a flame. An idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me?
Pretty sure I felt that metaphysical quiver you were talking about. I do know, that was the voice in my head. Entity tethered to my soul.
Good. We're getting somewhere. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul has a fascinating internal structure. Perfectly balanced. An artist couldn't have made it better. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold.
Do you know who's godlike I am?
Usually all it takes is a mirror. Not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting.
I need to trace it back to the source.
That would be closer to Giata's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the Dream Scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river.
As I believe Dream Scourge and the lands have a common ancestry. What do you think?
I think Eora is old, haunted, and unsympathetic. Anything is possible. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking,
Thank you.
huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
Yeah, I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Pour you a drink,
The crops are ruined.
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
Every time this works, I would know.
Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fior standards, tensions are at a breaking point. Except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
Not taking dreams so seriously is a mistake.
Try telling that to Vidaro and the Animancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad, terror stalking the wilderness day and night.
Tezavara stalk the wilderness day and night.
True. But now, they do so without fear. And that's not even our biggest problem. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Sure. I will be 100% taking those,
Welcome back, envoy.
Dear my love. I want to see you again. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Enna, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Belinda. Oh. Hey, I'll take that. Oh. Ecology of the Living Lands by Arturus Castell. No one can explain why the living land naturally grows and thrives in a natural manner. We have seen the plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a suitable foothold in the living lands. Whenever we try, there is reprisal, almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off. Interesting. Oh, what about that?
I have a lot of packing ahead of me, but I've earned a short rest.
I have consulted with Monsieur Pasteur. Come on, let me use button.
And you got his machine up and running. That's what I call progress. I helped Monto after his wife died. She was brilliant, and he took the loss hard. I'm going to miss him.
I'm with Elna Roselle.
I hope you had an enlightening visit at the corpse farm. Elia is one of my favorite neighbors, second only to Kulichi. When her best farmhand got stuck up a tree, I got him down in one piece. Well, several pieces. I've always looked up to her.
Best views on where? Best views on you being banned! I had a very impolite exchange with Inveta and Remy.
I hate to admit it, but I saw that one coming. Those two don't get out much. When Ignacy took away their research funding, I pulled some strings to get it back. He told me I was a fool, but they'll prove him wrong someday. I have faith. Sounds like you've met with everyone. We're ready to get started. So, did you learn anything of particular interest?
We need a pill Adra. It might be able to help. Might be able to connect the dream scourge to us in the living lands.
Makes sense. You won't find a better source of energy. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi.
Are we studying the dream scourge or planning a heist?
Under the circumstances, the two are not so different. I needed those animancers for more than their expertise. Monto's invention nullifies spiritual interference. Having it up and running means we won't get any false signals. Whenever I tap into an Adra pillar, Elia's farmhands tend to get a little bitey. Thanks to you, they won't be a problem. And then there's Yvette and Remy, the governor's eyes and ears. In exchange for privacy, I gave them a test subject. I'd call that a good day's work.
Sounds like you've covered every detail and contingency imaginable.
Animancy takes a lot of preparation. You might only have one chance to run through an experiment. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus.
A phantasmal focus?
Think of it as a spiritual tuning fork, or a dowsing rod. It has many functions, some more obvious than others. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I'm sure everything's fine. It's just a spooky death basement.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there.
I didn't mean to bring up any bad memories.
Don't be. I couldn't ignore this forever. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Very well.
That's where her parents died. I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay. The animancer I just met. Right, feels great. Don't know what I expected, but this isn't it.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
To Castell's will. To Greta. Gita, I have leaved my mother's amulet, the only piece of Valiant Republic I took from home. On one condition that she wears as a reminder that we all came from somewhere. May she find comfort in the chain that binds the present of the past. I leave her also the house, the laboratory, and our inventions. Yes, all of them, with no conditions or expectations to weigh her down. Forgive us. Cordella's Castell's will. Artur insists that I write something down in case the wish should ever come to pass. But what inheritance do I have to offer? What legacy do I leave? I took no possessions from my homeland. I own nothing but my ambitions and my mistakes. The ink is blotched, as if someone tapped their quill on the parchment several times before continuing. To Greta, I leave my unshakable resolve, the determination to see her plans through to the bitter end, and the presence of mind, to remember what is important. Let her, excuse me. Let her have all my best qualities. Should the experiment fail, I won't need them anymore. Not where I am going. Artur's Castella's journal. Cordella is right, of course. We could refine the phantasmal focus for the rest of our lives, or we put it to good use. So why do I have such doubts? Our plans have always been to tinker with the natural order, but nature's not orderly in the living lands. If we poke too hard at nature, who to say something else won't poke back at us? Concerned letter. My friends, you spend too much time in the privacy of your lab. I know that woodwork exchange and more than one ego was bruised after the incident at the workshop. But the damage is superficial. Our community is ready to welcome you back with open arms. For the moment, I have seen to Greta's education, but I urge you to give her the attention she deserves. She is a promising young woman in a difficult and influential time of her life. She needs the counsel of her family to show her more than ever. Maria Clancy. We're scribblings. The device should not be working, and yet it does. Theory lies the problem. Theory and reality are in conflict, and to succeed without comprehension is worse than failure. I have learned nothing and can assume nothing about the limitations of this invention, which frightens me almost as much as Cordelia's insolence that we keep going. All I know that is the device has tapped into something. I believe it was the essence of the living lands. What if I'm wrong? What if its subparagraphs have been violently scoured from the page? Have we transgressed so far into the unknowable that we are blind by grief? We dug ourselves? Blind to the grave, we dug ourselves. I must make preparations for Gieta's future. Let's leave it from Maxim Vereto. Vereto, do you have everything you need? After Cordelia's outburst at the workshop, they said she retired to a private lab, which was perfectly fine, but I worry about you and little Gieta. Let me know if you need anything, even if it's just to talk. I understand your research has made some kind of ambitious studies. Good for ambitious strides. Good for you both. When you're ready to surface again, we will have the game of Hazaltoth. Hazaltor to finish. I'll keep the pieces warm. Maxim Vedaro, Governor of Flora de Mezvaro. Cordelia Castell's journal. Arthur has been quiet lately, so I know he's worried about experiment. He thinks the island will be an object to our interference. As if such a thing were even possible. Clearly your daughter is cut from my side of the family. I can't wait to teach her everything we learned. With any luck, Gieta will be as wild and audacious as the forces play around her. Anything else? No?
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
What a horrific fate.
Beauty reborn. A life of peace.
We can leave now, right?
Yeah, no, we're leaving.
I think she's been...
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're... dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
Yeah, same here. Come on, everyone, out of the basement. There you go. We just shut that and just bury it with concrete. No need to go back there. Hey.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there?
It almost seemed like nature stripped them for parts.
Nothing so malicious, but no less cruel. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing.
Do you want to talk about it?
My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands, and it destroyed her. My father, our family.
People are too quick to risk everything for an ideal. I'm sorry it didn't work out for your family.
So I swore an oath No one could enter the lab until I understood what happened.
Until today. So you know what happened?
I'm on the right track to figuring it out, which is almost as good. Enough about me. Let's worry about you for a change. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way.
You want to use that thing as a weapon?
Don't worry. It's more durable than it looks. Kind of like me. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar. And I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us.
Naku Tedek is a godless ruins located in Emerald Stair, rumored to be an ancient burial site of Animus. The Animus of the Fur Miz Inverno, inter their dead at Nicotidec, in hopes of departing souls replenish the essence of the city's farms. I have a little experience with godless ruins.
Naku Tedek is special. I used to play there as a child and take rubbings of the memorial plaques. Historians think it may have once been a burial ground, a place where souls can return to the earth. So, we kept the tradition alive. Many of our founders are buried there, though not all of them, as you discovered.
Well, let's be off.
Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. No telling how long we'll be gone. I almost forgot. Someone gave me a letter for you. They said it was for the envoy's eyes alone.
Do me a favor. Keep this between us.
Why? Is it from your secret admirer? Not to worry. I know the meaning of discretion. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
As much as I like Marius because of his witty banter and all that, I have to just let him go because Kai is just he's a good person. Kai is he's a good goat. Such that Marius is good. Don't get me wrong. I love the fucking banter he puts on the table, but that's kind of the only thing that's keeping him in the group. It is really, really amazing banter. But I'll have to get rid of. But I'll put him into camp for the time being because we got a healer now.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Get to use the anime to understand the world around her. While the science of souls remains controversial, she believes the untapped essence of the living lands can help, and living lands can and should be put to good use. She wants to prove her conventions by supporting the party in battle. On with a phantasmal focus, she draws from the spiritual currents of the living lands to heal and defend her friends. Alrighty. Right, so, first of all, we are not doing the main quest. This will be done last, as we got a lot of quests to do. And this quest right here, as she says, hey, we better stay around this place longer and such. AKA, if you do this quest, it is a point of no return for the story. So, and I mean, we already did a lot today. So I'm thinking maybe next time, which will be Monday. Well, it might not be Monday. It may depend. But definitely next time we'll be start doing quests all around the Emerald Stair. Of course, while also upgrading and all that, isn't it we'll be doing our best to do everything possible. So with that, for the time being, we're going to save. Wait for the thing to get done saving, and we will be. Yep, exit desktop since save is been successful. It has been successful. I like speaking weird shite. But anyways, goodbye everyone.